Hey everyone, this is Dawn, and it is April 13th, 2016. Excuse this crazy hair back here. It is Wednesday, which is 8 weeks. This is 8 weeks from surgery, post-op. I'm so excited. So I'm going to start off with my stats as I usually do. I weighed in at 267.2 on February 3rd. That was pre-op diet day 1. Day of surgery, I weighed in at 254. Last week I weighed in at 233. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago was 233. I haven't updated for a couple weeks. 2 weeks ago was 233, and I wanted to lose at least 4 pounds, and I did. Last week I weighed in at 228.6. So I lost 4.4 pounds last week, and this week I lost 3.6. So now I am at 225, and I'm thrilled. It's a great feeling. I've lost 42.2 pounds since I started my pre-op diet. I've lost 29 pounds since I had surgery. I've lost 42 pounds in what is 10 weeks. It's just amazing to me. So I can't say enough good things about this tool, and I feel really good, which is the most important part. I would like to lose 5 pounds this week. I know that sounds crazy, but I really want to try to do that. I'm not going to be like starving myself or going crazy with exercise, but I do need to step up the exercise a little bit. I'll talk about that in a second, but I think I can do it. So I'm going to try to get down to I would like to get under to 219.8. That's my goal. So it'd be 5.2 pounds. We'll see if it can happen. So speaking of exercise, my specialist at my bariatric center recommended that she wants me to do strength training 2 to 3 times a week. And I did start, I think it was last Monday. Yes, because I had my appointment with her 2 Thursdays ago, and I started body pump the next Monday. And it was awesome. I loved it. I had so much fun. And then I was so sore. My quads hurt. My arms hurt. Everything hurt for the whole week. I could barely move. I could barely walk up steps. I could barely sit down to pee. It was torture. So I couldn't do it again. I mean, I couldn't even do a walking video. That's how bad my legs hurt. I went all in. Let me mute this. So I need to try again, and I'm still going to push, but maybe not as hard or go as deep in my squats, because I know that's what killed me. But it felt really good, and I am excited to try it again. I'm kind of torn on other exercise. I did buy Size, and I really like it, so that's a great at-home workout. I have body pump that I do at home. I've had a gym membership for a long time. I've wasted so much money on it, but it's so convenient. It's right down the street. It's not that expensive. It's like $50 a month. But there are also 2 yoga studios in my town that I love. And I don't know if I keep the gym membership and do yoga too, or get rid of the gym membership and just join the yoga studio. You have a limited membership that's no more than 8 classes a month for $59, which is pretty good, because I don't think I could go more than twice a week anyway. But I just don't know if I should get rid of the gym membership too. I don't know what to do. I think the only reason I'm hesitating on the gym membership is that I want to start running again eventually. And I will probably need a treadmill at some point if it's raining, if it's 120 degrees outside. So having that as a backup is good, but I don't know if it's worth $59 a month until I figure it out. I have to think about this. I probably won't start yoga until next month, until I lose like another 15 pounds or so, just so I can bend easier and be in a little bit of better shape before I go. Just a personal preference, but I love yoga. I was going regularly at one of the studios. I was going like 3 or 4 times a week, at least, when they first opened and when I first started. I got instantly addicted to hot yoga, the dripping sweat and the hot room and the amazing music. My favorite teacher was there. It was just insane. And then I got pregnant, so I couldn't do it anymore. But since then, they've changed things. My favorite teacher left, so that's why I'm considering this other studio. Anyway, strength training 2 or 3 times a week, and then some other kind of training 2 or 3 times a week. So we'll see what I come up with. I'm still thinking about it. I really did think about doing the half marathon again in September that I did last year, 2012, with my sister. So it's like 4 years ago. I did this half marathon with my sister. But I would really like to focus on my weight loss this summer and not training. Maybe I'll do a spring half marathon. The Marine Corps half is one that has eluded me for several years. I signed up for it the winter I got pregnant. I had signed up for the half marathon, I think in like January, maybe earlier. It was earlier. It was in December because I bought my sister her half marathon entry as her Christmas present. So, and then I found out I was pregnant in February and I did not run. And then last year, my mom and sister and I were going to do the half marathon, and we all dropped down to the 5K. There was no way in hell I was ready for a half. I wasn't even ready for a 5K, let's be real. It was really horrible, and there are some hills in that 5K and half. So I don't know if that's what I want to do. It's a Marine Corps half though, so it means a lot. I'm just rambling. I feel great. I have been eating well. I shouldn't say I have not. I got sick one time in the past 2 weeks, and it was because of fish again. One of the first times I threw up, it was because of fish, and this time it was also fish. We had Blue Apron delivery, and it was, I'm trying to remember what the recipe was. It was cod, I think, with a really yummy like sauce on it and some bok choy, and it came with coconut rice, but I didn't have any of that. I just had a small piece of fish and some bok choy, and it did not agree with my pouch at all, and I got sick, which sucked. So I'm going to stay away from that kind of fish for a while. I did have seared ahi tuna from the Outback the next night, and it was totally fine. So I don't know what the difference is, but I'm going to be staying away from cooked fish at least for a while. The subject of food police has come up recently on Instagram and on some Facebook groups I belong to, and I kind of wanted to throw my 2 cents out. I did already on the Facebook group. One of the reasons why I've stopped posting on Bariatric Pal is because of how judgmental people are. If someone new comes in and asks a question about a food or a food funeral before their surgery, or they want to try XYZ after surgery, or did you ever try this after surgery? And the amount of judgment in the responses is kind of baffling to me. I'm so confused at the judgment that other weight loss surgery patients are pushing onto others. I get it. I really do. We have to be careful about our choices, and we don't want to go down that slippery slope of bad choices and end up where we were before. But I don't think that asking about, hey, did you guys have birthday cake when it was your birthday? I mean, that's just an example. I don't even know if that was one of the questions. Or if they post a picture on Instagram about, something that they ate and has carbs, the carb police will come out, and it's kind of crazy. Every nutritionist is different. Every surgeon is different. Every person is different. I will tell you, I had 6 mini Oreos last night. I got my period yesterday. I felt like crap. I wanted something sweet. I didn't really have anything, I didn't have anything that would take care of that craving. I did not want to binge. I did not want to go nuts. So I counted out. I looked at the nutritional content on the Oreos, counted them out, and tracked them. It was about 100 calories for 6. The serving size was, sorry, I have to tell this person something. The serving size was 9, but I had 6. So it was less than 100 calories for that. So yeah, I make good choices. Sometimes I make okay choices. Sometimes I make bad choices, and that's okay. I'm still doing really well, and I'm not going back to my old habits. I had 1 bite of pizza. I was cutting it up for my 2-year-old, and I cut off like a tiny, I'm talking like not even an inch thick, and like a tiny little piece, and it was okay. It didn't even taste that good, so that was fine, but I just wanted to taste it. I've had Pirate's Booty, but instead of mindlessly snacking on Pirate's Booty, which is what I would always do before, I weigh out a portion, whether it's half an ounce or a full ounce, depending on my calories for the day. And I will snack on that mindfully and consciously snack on it, and not just mindlessly like grab pieces here and there while I'm making dinner, which is what I used to do. So there are changes that are happening that feel really good, but I'm not giving up some of the foods that I know would or could lead to a binge, or just going off too far off plan. I don't really binge. Was never a binge eater. I've been more of a stress eater. And I will say it's been hard when you're stressed out and you can't eat. I've wandered into the kitchen when I was stressed out, and like, I'm looking in the cupboard, I'm looking in the fridge, and there's really nothing that I want that I know I can have. And so I just wander back into the living room and play a game on my phone, or watch a show that is entertaining. And I probably should go for a walk, but one step at a time. So that's what's been going on. Food police, I get where some of them are coming from, but my whole thing is there's a fine line between being concerned and being an asshole. And maybe not even a fine line. There's just a difference between being concerned with someone and being a jerk. So don't be a jerk. Don't be an asshole to people. If they post a picture of something you may not eat, great. You don't have to eat it. But just to comment on something they're eating isn't really cool, if it's not going to be nice or in their best, or in the interest of helping them. Now, if someone's posting, I just had 7 sleeves of Oreos and I am just very upset, or whatever, I don't know, if they just posted about a binge, then I could see saying, hey, are you okay? Is there anything I can do to help? Do you need someone to talk to? And not, what are you doing to yourself? Why did you have the surgery if you're just going to go back to your old ways? Like, some of these things could be a cry for help or just someone to talk to. So that's all I wanted to say about that. I don't have anything else, so I'm not going to keep this longer than it needs to be. Thankfully got through this one. I actually started again after my last 8. I've done this video, like, this is probably the 9th time, so got through it. It's not the best, but thanks for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.